The other day, got some new front tires for the Scout, studded snows. I mean, beautiful tires. And went to take the old ones off, and this hub housing, bearing housing, whatever you want to call it, had two of the lugs just started spinning when I went to get the lug nuts off. So anyhow, I got them off, and I'm going to keep this because I can probably ream this out to accept bigger studs or something. But in the meantime, I got to get this thing together. Good bearings, good races in and everything, so I knocked out the races and I put them in my spare hub, or wheel bearing housing, or whatever you have. Later on, I noticed slight difference between the two hubs. This hub here is bored out down there for the grease seal. Alright, now that would be a nice fit into there. And this hub, bearing housing, whatever, I'm going to call it the bearing housing. This hub is apparently takes a different seal. And the plan was we would try to find the seal that would just drive right down into there, and we went to the to the supplier, and he didn't have something that would fit this housing and my spindle. I guess you would call it, yeah, whatever the axle pokes through. You guys probably know what I mean. But this is a great fit onto the spindle, and won't start on there. So this is going to be one job that really matters and is going to have to be precise. So this will be a nice little test of my ability. 55 thousandths out. That's not too bad for just throwing that in. I mean, I can't just start boring that right away. I still got some work to do to indicate that. But that ain't bad. just for chucking it in there, it doesn't usually line up that quickly for me. Alright, looks like the camera picks that up a little better with just a natural light. Don't drink natty light. Drink good beer. But as far as I can tell, that is running within or just over a thousandths. Alright, we got the dial set up running the other way. Camera still ain't liking the focus on it too much. But we're really damn close. I can't tell if it's run out or if it's just little irregularities in the surface of the material. Man, seems like you get her dialed in the one way, and then you got to go screw around for a half hour to get her dialed in the other way, and you keep going back and forth until you finally get her. And I'll show you the other axis in a minute here. And here's the other direction, and she's really damn close. I think I got a couple of pock marks in the bore, and it sounds a little rough, but I'm gonna go with that. My race thickness, or height maybe, is 575 thousandths. So I want to leave at least that much meat inside the bore untouched, so that the race has plenty of surface to press into and rest on and all that good stuff. The seal diameter is 3 inches to the thousandths. I mean, that's three inches right on the money. So I'll be shooting for 2 inches 999 thousandths. Okay, and seal thickness is 425 thousandths. So I like that. I'm working with pretty much nice square or round or whatever numbers, you know. There isn't weird crazy stuff going on. I just have to remember to leave 575 thousandths untouched inside the bore of the wheel, the bearing housing here. And I'm going to bore it out to 2 inches 999 thousandths to press that seal in. And I'm going to try to bore it 425 thousandths deep. So the seal will be sitting all the way in there. I really wish I had some travel dials set up on this thing. I'm sure I could somehow with the dial indicator, but I'm just gonna have to take a cut, just a barely grazing it, and go back 425 thousandths, and then just keep cutting to that line, and then I'll bring it out to 2 inches 999 thousandths. That'll give me a good press fit, hopefully. See how it goes. Before starting, I did take a couple of other measurements. Bore depth is 1 1/8, so that gives me just a little bit of extra room in there. So I decided that I would bore it about 10 thousandths deeper. That way I know this seal is going to sit up inside of there flush, and I'll have room. The bore diameter was 2 inches 887. That is a pretty good one to know, because you want to know how much you want to take out. And I'm getting real close here. This thing is almost wanting to sit in there, and it might almost nah, I don't know, might almost go just like that. Okay, yeah, I just checked her. I got the bore 429 thousandths deep, and my seal is 425, so that should sit just real nicely in there, and this is going to be a good fit. I did take a little sandpaper and just polished it out until I got to where I wanted to be, and I kind of rounded off this edge just a little bit so it ain't sharp and trying to dig at the seal or screwing up my stuff. This is a cast iron housing here, so I laid an old rag down here to try and keep some of the crap off the ways here, off the bed, you know. I don't know how well it worked, but anything's better than nothing, I guess. Try to take care of this thing. I'm going to take this out of the truck, stack her together, and see what I got. Let's try fitting this seal. Should be standard stuff if I did anything right. Oh yeah. That's beautiful. Why is that on? That don't belong on the floor. So I guess that's one way to do it, huh? Feels nice. It feels like new yet. Old Scout, ready to roll again.